Hi, this is the Business Guy. Today I'm going to talk about some strategies that will make any lawyer think twice before coming for your assets. We call this how to get rich and look broke. To people who want to sue you, that is. These strategies are specifically designed to thwart the BS lawsuits from taking your investments, your home, your bank accounts, and your business. I'm the CEO of Asset Protection Planners and Lawyers Limited, and if you're looking to learn how to protect your assets, you've come to the right place. Please click like below and subscribe if you haven't already. Now let's get started with 6 powerful strategies that will keep your assets safe and secure so you won't have a giant target on your back that contingency fee lawyers will take pot shots at. Strategy number 1, equity stripping. The first strategy we'll discuss is making yourself appear worthless. Why, you may ask? Well, nobody wants to go after somebody who doesn't have assets. So we want to look at the strategies that make it seem like you don't have any assets in your name. The first step in achieving this is to understand what a creditor can collect against. They garnish your accounts, lien your real estate, obtain prejudgment liens, and foreclose on your assets. So we need to put together a plan and use strategies that will prevent attorneys and creditors from getting into your actual affairs and taking those assets. One of the best strategies for homeowners is equity stripping. That's where we record a big fat equity line of credit against the home payable to a private LLC that we set up for you. You may own the LLC, but we put nominee officers in place so your name does not appear in the public records. We also have a virtual office with an address in another state. And if needed, we have a third-party lender who can come in later and buy the lien and put the proceeds in a you can't touch it account in an asset protection trust that we set up for you. Likewise, one of the best strategies for business owners is to minimize the cash that's in the business. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make time and time again is keeping a lot of cash in their business. Well, it's understandable that you may need to keep some cash in your business for operating the business. It is essential to protect your assets by not leaving a bunch of cash in your business. So what I would do instead is distribute the cash out to a company and put it into a separate LLC. This LLC should be set up in Wyoming, or better yet, the Caribbean island of Nevis, as it does not publish information on its members or managers, providing anonymity. Then you enter into a line of credit agreement with your existing business to show that your company is fully indebted. This will make it appear that your business owes so much money that you're not worth going after. Then if you have a lot of assets, equipment, etc. that the business needs, we set up still another LLC that owns those assets. So your main LLC simply leases the equipment from the other LLC so that when it gets sued, there will be little to nothing to take. So you have this LLC that runs your business, interacts with the public. That's the one that people are going to sue. But once they do, they'll quickly see there's nothing there or not enough to justify spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal bills to get nothing but a mouthful of sand. Strategy number 2, protect your investment and savings accounts. Let's say you have a stock market portfolio. The second strategy is to protect your investment accounts and savings. You want to get them out of your name and use laws that grant you protections that prevent your personal creditors from getting your assets. One of the mistakes I saw a few years ago was a couple going into a settlement agreement with a bank because their business couldn't afford the mortgage payments on the building they had purchased for one of their businesses. However, they also had their cash in their personal checking account in that same bank, thinking they were secure. However, the bank went after them for the deficiency judgment and simply garnished their personal bank account. To prevent this from happening to you, take your personal checking account and savings account out of your name and put them into a separate LLC at a separate bank. This LLC should be set up in Wyoming for privacy and protection purposes, or for even better protection, Nevis. Call us for details. Strategy number 3, protect your personal residence. The third strategy is to protect your personal residence. This is a valuable asset that could have a lot of equity buildup. If somebody gets a judgment against you, they can record the judgment in the county where you live and go after the property. So to protect your personal residence, you need to get it out of your name. One way we do this is by using a land trust and making another Wyoming LLC the trustee of that trust. This will keep your name from being associated with the property, and somebody records a judgment against you, it won't automatically attach to your property. Strategy number 4, protect your investment real estate. Now let's move on to the fourth strategy to protecting your assets, which is to safeguard your investment real estate. Investment real estate is an excellent asset to have, but it can also make you vulnerable to lawsuits. If somebody somebody gets a judgment against you, they can place a lien on your investment property and force the sale of the property to collect the money owed to them. To prevent that from happening, you need to take some precautions. One way to protect your investment in real estate is to transfer each property into separate land trusts. A land trust is a simple and effective way to hold real estate assets privately and anonymously. It also helps to separate the ownership of the property from the management of the property. A land trust is a private document that you keep in your filing cabinet at home and does not typically need to be filed in the public records. And the trustee, which is typically a Wyoming LLC that we set up for you, can keep the property ownership information confidential. Another way to protect your investment property is to transfer the property to a land trust with an LLC as the beneficiary, and that's for investment property. Adding the LLC will limit your liability if somebody gets injured on your property, and it can also help protect the property from being tied up in a lawsuit. To ensure maximum protection, it's recommended that you set up a separate LLC for each property that you own. That cubby holds the liability to that one property. In addition to these strategies, you should also consider getting umbrella insurance. An umbrella policy helps provide an additional layer of protection above and beyond the primary insurance policy. It can cover legal fees, court costs, damages awarded in lawsuits that exceed the limits of your primary policy. Strategy number 5, don't be flashy. Driving a Ferrari, placing pictures of your lavish vacations on Facebook, and boasting about your latest business triumph may inject your ego with adrenaline, but it also puts a target on your back. The "he makes a lot of money, I should get some of it" crowd is attracted like a moth to the light above your built-in barbecue. Use a little discretion. Asset protection tip number 5 is don't be flashy. At least you could buy a black Ferrari instead of a red one. Strategy number 6, don't start a fire. You don't just start a fire with matches. Your mouth can start a fire too. While you're not a fire-breathing dragon, your words can stoke anger in others that can result in you getting hauled into court to defend yourself in an expensive lawsuit. Warren Buffett once asked his father why he spent so much time defending the town bully. Let's call him Mr. Jones. Now, Warren Buffett's father was an attorney, by the way. And Mr. Jones was a businessman who was so obnoxious and cantankerous that he was the most hated man in town. So he asked his father why he didn't spend more time helping the nice people, the friendly people. His father replied something to the effect that nice people don't generate as many lawsuits. Mr. Jones's mouth is so obnoxious that it gets him into lawsuit after lawsuit, and that's the main reason Warren Buffett has food on the table. Think about it. In conclusion, these 6 strategies can help protect your assets from lawsuits and prevent them in the first place by making yourself appear worthless, protecting your investment accounts and savings, safeguarding your personal residence, protecting your investment real estate, toning down the flash, and not using your mouth to start legal fires. You can help ensure that your assets are safe and secure. Remember, it's always better to be safe than sorry, so start implementing these strategies today and protect your assets for tomorrow. Call us if you want to put some of these strategies to work. Visit assetprotectionplanners.com and fill out our free consultation form. Please like, subscribe, and put your comments below. See you next time. This is The Business Guy.